Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Treasure Talk.
It's going to be a barn burner tonight, buddy, I can tell you.
Yes, it is. As you guys can see, I got the Deus stuff behind me, so that's a clue on who we're going to have on here.
Yeah, but we got a special treat for them.
Yes, we do. All the way from way across the pond.
Yes, indeedy.
And we've got We've got Merrill from up in New York, and it'll be an exciting show for sure. So I guess
that is for sure. You get going on that because they're chomping, son.
As always, today's show is brought to your friends by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And of course, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here by the Treasure Talk guest and member belong solely to the guest and member, and not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Monin. Well, I'm getting pretty quick at that, aren't I?
Yeah, all in one breath.
Yes. And of course, the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting in all forms, and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And we're going to do just that tonight.
Yes, indeed we are. They're going to learn stuff that is going to change their detecting futures.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about a lot of different things, about products, about the Extreme Hunter, which that is a cool item. And I actually stocked that one in the shop here. So if somebody looking for really deep targets, caches, etc., there's that Deus 2 pretty much does everything with that Extreme Hunter. Besides, you could dive with it too.
Yeah. I mean, and you're looking at the Deus 2 being the most versatile detector in the world. But let's not forget that the Deus 1 and the XPORX, they've got the whole gambit covered. And so I think we need to, let's bring on Merrill, and he can introduce our special guest. How's that?
That's perfect.
All right, everybody. Y'all know Merrill. He is a man among men in New York City. And these days, he's not affected by Alvin Bragg, so he's good. He's out roaming the streets. So let's bring on Merrill.
What's up, Merrill? Everybody? Always happy to be here.
Welcome, Merrill.
Thank you.
Hey, Phil. So has it frozen up there? Are you snowed in?
We're snowed in right now. This is my least favorite time of the year, where the ground is frozen and the beach, arguably, at least the wave section is pretty solid right now. So bouncing off the walls a little bit.
Yeah. It gets a little slick out there. And if the wind is howling,
it's too cold for us, for sure. Yeah. We're supposed to get really cold weather, I think, tomorrow and the next day.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
it's going to be below freezing in Florida, right?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's getting down to 27 tonight here by me. I think it'll be that all week.
That's a big deal because, like, I mean, I can't imagine it being a high demand item, like a winter coat in Florida. Like nobody would retail that, at least. And, that's something you would need on short notice. So I guess you got to layer up.
We layer up with a long sleeve shirt like I'm wearing here, and I'll put a flannel shirt on and a hoodie or something, and we'll be fine.
And I just stay in the house.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. And I want to remind folks that if you have some questions, be sure to put them in the chat there for Merrill or for Philippe, and Jeff and Jocelyn will hopefully get them on the screen for us.
We'll get them. We'll find them. And if you got questions, let's get them asked and let's get them answered, because this hour is going to fly by. Trust me, it's going to fly, because there's an awful lot of stuff we want to cover. So, Merrill, why don't you introduce our special guest from France?
Well, the gentleman that is going to be joining us, when you first said across the sea, I figured you meant the Hudson River, but we've got somebody even cooler than myself here, and it's Mr. Philippe Collin, who is the manager of XP.
So
Nice.
let's bring him on. Hi, Philippe. How are you?
I'm fine, fine. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you for the invitation. Hello, everybody. And I hope that the discussion will be, I'm sure that will be fantastic.
Welcome. Welcome for sure.
It's going to be lively. Yes, yes. And there's a lot of people in the chat, and a lot of Deus 2 users. But there's a lot of people out there. We get questions every day, and I know you do as well, Phil, about why should I, look at the Deus 2. So what's the first question we want to start with? Merrill and you and Felipe, take care of that for us, will you?
Why not go different? It's the most unique and complete detector in the world, and big news, even bigger news coming soon. I'll just leave it at that. Always improvising, improving, and making it better. And as it is right now, even without new additions coming up, it's the most complete detector in the world. I can't believe Extreme Hunter coil. It's a coil. You pair it like any other XP coil, and it gives you a different dimension. And now you have a GPS on it with Go Terrain. It is a complete detector, wireless. It's the lightest detector that's out there, and you get more treasure when something is light, ergonomic, fits in a backpack, goes down 16, 15, 16 feet in the Extreme Hunter. I've seen videos 20 inches in dirt. We were just talking about your experience with the 9-inch coil, Jeff. On the beach, going down quite deep with that, and it's versatile. It's fun to swing, and the sound. For me, it's like it was really like mastering another language. But once you know that language, you are dangerous in the best sort of way.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the thing of it is, the Deus 2, it's a rugged machine as well. It
Yes,
is
it is.
rugged. It takes a lot of abuse. And trust me, I've been known to abuse my machines.
Yeah,
So,
you fall on
It's
your
a super
machine.
athlete.
Don't
I have. The waves have swept me off my feet, knocked me down, landing on my machine. It's still ticking. So,
it
Philip, we
manages
got a
to be that
question
tough
there.
and not light, and that's a
That's
pretty
right.
amazing combination.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah, we do have a question there from Metal Detecting by CZ Kid. Will there be a full or partial update? I guess that's for the Deus 2. You guys always update, but you can comment on that, either one of y'all.
I didn't see the question.
They go quick. It was they were asking if there's going to be a full or partial update. There it is.
What do you mean by update? Because we are doing regular updates, and today we are on 2.0. I think it's the 5th or the 6th update from the beginning of the Deus 2. Is it something about specific features? Sorry, I didn't understand for the moment.
Okay, and here we go. It's the same person. Which frequencies will the new coil be working on? Boy, it didn't take long to jump into that one, did it?
Yeah, I will not be able to talk too much about the product because we didn't release the product yet. But believe me, it will be soon now. Soon as a manufacturer, think about soon, the word soon. But we try to imagine that we will schedule something like a release meeting with our distributors and main customers by the end of this month. So the market should get all information about the product now in not a couple, but 3-4 weeks, something like that. Okay. Then the availability will be maybe something like 1 month after. So should be in US by the end of February, more or less.
Okay, so
about the information more or less in 1 month. You will know everything about the product.
So you'll have that on your website then, on the XP site?
No, we don't have anything published. What I'm telling you is something like a schedule about what we want to do to release this product. So in 1 month information, in 2 months availability, more or less.
Okay. So in 1 month, will you put it on your site when you've done that?
Yeah, you will have a video in our YouTube channel.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not hesitate to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The best way to have information, official information, and not rumors or things like that, but the best way to have information about XP product is to subscribe to our newsletter. To subscribe to our newsletter, it's very easy. You go to xpmetaldetectors.com. There is a form. You just fill the form, and then you are already subscribed. Okay, and after that, when we have something official to tell to our audience, to our end user, we immediately at first send a newsletter to our customers, and of course at the same time we publish on Facebook, we publish on YouTube if we have a video, etc. But the newsletter is really important because we can talk about new Gokeren version, we can talk about new firmware, whatever Deus 2, Deus 1 or X, if one day we update this kind of product. We will talk about new features, we will talk about small parts that sometimes time to time we change or we update or we improve. So do not hesitate to subscribe to this newsletter. It's very convenient for our customers.
Right. And that way they'll get the information just as soon as you guys publish it. Now, we did have a question on here that disappeared real quick. They were asking
from
Tim.
It was the Mumbles man.
Mumbles man was asking about the metal detecting laws in France. Do you guys have strict metal detecting laws there?
Yes, we have very strict regulation since 2017, and unfortunately, it's very complicated now to detect in France, except on the beach. On the beach, if you are looking for modern targets, there is no issue, more or less, except few beaches which are forbidden, like the D-Day beaches on the north. Of course, it's obvious because it's dangerous for detectorists to detect on these kind of beaches, so it's forbidden. But elsewhere, more or less, it's okay. But if you are looking for historical target in France, then you are outlaw. So it's complicated for French people to detect, because we want to save the history. We want to participate to save the history, and as detectorists, and we want to collaborate with archaeology service or department. But nowadays it's a bit complicated. But we can go to UK, we can go to Netherlands, we can go to some countries who are a bit more flexible to detect, and we are very happy to collaborate.
Okay, cool.
Good. We got a question from Dig at 5050. It says, Merrill, is there a fix that will help my MI6 connect with the Deus 2? Mine gets stubborn at times and has to be unpaired and then repaired to get it to work.
I said I'm the worst multitasker. I answered that in the chat, and we got 5 years warranty on that. I put that in there. It's the longest in the industry. You have to go through your vendor, and the vendor will take care of you with that. But that's something shouldn't happen, and I'm sure that there's going to be a solution for that.
Pay attention, Merrill. The pinpointer is 2-year warranty, but yes, you if you have any connection issue with your pinpointer and the Deus 2, it's easy for our distributor to fix that, but he has to receive the pinpointer back, and then he will fix the issue and send it back to the user. It's something like quarter of an hour to fix that, so it's easy and quick. But he needs the pinpointer. You cannot do that by distance.
Okay, it looks like we've got another question here. Will there be an update with the silencer, like as in radio reactivity, with half point adjustments?
It's not something we decide yet. We didn't think to do that for the moment. About firmware update, I've got some information, but not all of them. The R&D department doesn't give me all different kind of improvement they are working on. So I cannot swear that we will not do that. I can even note, but this is what I am doing. But from what I know, they are not working on that. But I will ask. And next time I will be able to tell you.
Yeah, and it looks like we got a warranty question, I guess is what that is, Merrill. And for you guys out there, the distributors in Texas, American Detector Distributors, I think you just have to email them and they'll give you an RMA number of where the
Yeah, you can for any question about the product in US, if you have any issue with your XP product, you can email xpservice@gmail.com and they will answer you. Mo is very proactive and can answer to all questions. Merrill can answer also. And if you don't receive any answer, you can use the form in XP website to contact our repair service in France, and they will forward your question to the right person, or even we can answer. Every day we answer to questions from all over the world. We can answer to US, of course. XP, so let me double check if yes. So xpservicecenter@gmail.com. I will make a comment with the right address on the chat.
And then let's see here. From boy, that one went quick. And I lost the question, but we'll read this one. Philip, you've got the right man for an XP ambassador. Merrill is chock full of knowledge. I'm sure most here in the chat have learned a thing or two from Merrill through the years, as I have. And that's a comment from Luis Villarreal.
Luis always leaves great comments on my videos. I'll say the same thing. I've learned a lot from Luis and the audience as well. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Okay, and then I found the other question there is, can you hunt more freely on private land in France? Is that possible?
Sorry, I was writing. Repeat.
Can you hunt more freely on private land in France if you have permission from a landowner, or is it just?
It's not like in UK. In France, everything owned. The government own everything underground. So whatever is the landowner, if it's a public land or a private land, it's the same. Everything underground is owned by the state. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah. I tried to write the XP address, but I didn't, which I don't know why. XP service. Center@gmail.
And then looks like we got a question from Rom 14. Any gold pulse induction in project from XP in the future?
We hope to have such a project in the business department. We hope that one day we will reach to join this family of product.
Okay, like a gold prospecting unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's pretty popular here. Not where I'm at, I'm down in Florida, but out west and I guess up in North Carolina and some of the lower states, they're probably into the gold prospecting.
Yeah, California.
Yeah, Colorado.
All the west states are really expecting this kind of product from us. So yeah, we hope that one day we will join this range of product.
Okay, well, cool. Go ahead,
Well,
Jeff.
just to reiterate, we've had some people come late to the game and they're asking about the release date, possibly for the 5x8 and the 9-inch HF coil for the Deus 2. And I think we covered that in that it will be probably in February or March. Is that
Yeah,
not correct,
the
Philippe?
information at the end
Yeah,
of
By the end of Q1, you will get it. By the end of Q1, definitely. It will be an incredible tool to hunt in a specific condition. It won't be the regular coil for anybody, any terrain. No, it won't be. I want to be very clear about that. You need to keep your 9-inch or your 11-inch coil when you want to go to a normal field. But if you go to a very trashy field, or if you want to find something very specific, even on a normal terrain, but something very specific, or if you want to hunt on a minorized ground, then the HF coil for the DSO will be your tool. But you will have to accept the compromise. This will be a small coil, like for the Deus one with the HF one. It will be a small coil, so it will go a bit less deeper than the 11-inch, for example. But it will be very effective on trashy area because of the shape, because of the high frequency, and it will be able also to recognize some specific target, specifically on the beach, for example, for the open chain, this kind of thing. So if you accept to do not hunt for regular target as you used to do with the 9 or 11-inch, and if you accept that you will not have the same performance on normal target, but you will find targets that you cannot find with the normal core, then that will be the tool for you. And that's very important for us to explain that, because we don't want to disappoint anybody with this coil. This coil has to be understood and accepted as a specific tool for specific conditions.
Yes, I just want to remind folks who did just join to go to the XP metal detector site and sign up for the newsletter, so they'll get the information immediately when they release it, because it'll be in the newsletter.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then they can call me and get the coil they wanted, which
That's right. Well, you've got everything in stock.
yes, and they're going to want it because they're going to want a small coil. We said I'd love to hunt with a smaller coil because maybe I'm getting older, or maybe I just hunt in real trashy areas, so I like the small coil.
Well, that 9-inch coil for the Deus 2, the stock 9-inch coil, that thing separates like a champ. It's but then again, if you go back to what Felipe said with the HF coils, now they have a specific use.
That's it right there.
And I tell you what, you cannot. In my mind, there's no better machine on the planet Earth than XP Deus. Like I said, I've only got 3 of them. I may have to get another one, Phil.
Yeah, you need 4, Jeff, for sure.
That's
I
love
do.
right there.
I do.
You need 1 for each day of the week. Hey, we did have a question here from Born Hunting. He's asking about Spain beaches. Have either of you guys hunted on beaches in Spain?
I wish.
So in Spain, it's the regulation are stronger than in France, I guess. It's for example, in Andalusia, which is the state in the deep south of Spain, everything is forbidden. And elsewhere, it's very, very difficult to get permission. And on some beaches you can, but you need permission also. Spain is very tough to get permission to detect. It's like that's like that, in Europe you have with very strict regulation. You have Spain, you have France, then you have Italy, which is a little bit more flexible, but depending on the area. And why and Greece also. Why? It's because we have a very big history for 3,000 years with metal underground, and the archaeologists department are afraid that the detector can steal everything. But it's not the case. Most of the people want to share their finds, want to share with the museum, even for free. What we want is just finding, saving the history, getting the specific feeling that you know, all of you, when you detect and when you find something. What the fuck is this on the ground? What did I found? And this is this feeling that we are looking for. After that, specifically in Europe, we don't really care about the collection. We prefer to share the things. We prefer to trying to imagine what happened 1,000, 2,000, 2,000 and a half years ago here. That what did happen to make this thing possible, that I find this coin, this ring, whatever the object is, at this moment. And after that, of course, we are 95% of us agree to share the finds with the museum if the museum wants to keep it and show it on the museum after that. But unfortunately, the archaeologist don't have the same point of view in some ways, because we have in the north of Europe, even if they have also very strong history, they have a different mindset. In UK, in Netherlands, in Denmark, for example, they have different regulation with the detectorists able to co-work with the archaeologists, and it's much more useful to save the history, because it's much more easier to save the history there, because you can call them, explain to them what you found, and if it's interesting in terms of history for the museum, then they will tell you what to do, and you will be able to declare, and it will be much more co-working. And detectorists in Europe, we are more than 100,000, 200,000, depending the country, per country. It's a lot. And archaeologists, because they have to share the budget from the government, they are 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000, not that numerous than the detectorists are. And because of that, if they are smart enough to think that we can help them and elaborate a way to collaborate with the detectorists, they can have in the end a lot of co-workers with them and not against, or they don't need to put regulation on the table if they are smart enough to think about how to use the detectorists in the right way instead of making them enemies.
Right.
Make
Absolutely.
sense?
Right.
So,
Yeah. So we got a question here from Metal Detecting CZ Kid. Will XP be adding new tones or tone features in the future?
From what I know, not, but we already have full tone. We already have one, two, three, four, 5 tones choice, and we have 3 sounds. So I think we have the most rich audio on the market with the PWM, which is the most informative sound, and I really suggest the people to try the PWM and to try to understand, as Merrill said backstage between us, that the PWM is the most informative, with all information inside this sound compared to the other. We have the square, which is a sound closer from the other brand sound, and we have the high square, which is a square but with more information inside. But once again, I think that the PWM is more informative. When you talk, when you know how to listen the sound. You have plenty of information to decide if you want to dig out or not a target, and to do not waste your time digging out something you don't want. So, but it's a process, not a long process, but it's a process to understand and learn the sound. But when you learn it, then in the end you will save your time during the session, and you will. I will not say only dig out good target. That's wrong. But you will dig out most of the time the right target. I spent 1 week with our boss in Greece on an archaeologist project in November, and I can swear that I dig out a lot of very good things for the museum there. And my boss, which is at the same time is the boss from the company, XP boss, but also a detectorist for 42 years, and also the head of our R&D, okay, research and development department. And so he knows everything about the product. He designed the sound and a lot of other things. He designed completely the Deus 1, and for the Deus 2, he worked with his team, R&D team. It's incredible to watch this guy, how it works, and to understand what he's doing, because if you compare at the end of the day what you find, what he found on the same field, it's a shame to compare the treasure he had and what I found, because he has, of course, much better and much more, because he knows exactly what the machine tells him, dig out or not, and if not, then go to the next one. But to decide if he has to dig out or not, it's a question of half a second, you know. And because of that, he can go to much more targets than myself, for example, or other people. But not all the people. I know other people who are as fast as he is, but because they spend a lot of time with the machine on the field.
And we want to let people know, because there's a lot of people that are moving from different machines to the XP Deus 2, and I want to reiterate that you can turn that machine on and go. The tones are there. You don't have to customize it, although it is the most customizable machine in the world at this point. You can just turn it on and go. The tones are there, whether you use the Deus PWM tones or you use high square or square tones. You can set them, and you don't have a lot of adjustment in there. It's going to meet your ear. The tones are going to meet your ear, and it's totally usable. So one of the things we keep hearing about the XP Deus 2 is, oh, it's too complicated. It's too complicated. There's too much of a learning curve. There's really not a learning curve in my mind. You can take that machine, a raw recruit can take that machine, turn it on, put in, let's say, the general program, and do yeah. I mean, am I right, Merrill? I mean, it is so versatile, from raw beginner to seasoned veteran.
The way I think about it, you want something that you could grow into, and you could use the factory programs. And one of the challenges that I faced is you have a universe of programs that are out there. XP invented the program, and I'm an Excel guy. The first thing that I did was I plugged in the parameters of all of the programs. And yes, you can affect it a bit, but for the most part, it's a complete range of possibilities for the stuff that's out there. You could put it on any one of those programs. You could have a great day. And then when you start knowing what the different parameters do, that's when you really, really take off. That plus the sounds. Once you start to understand what the sounds mean, you are very dangerous.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then you've got the graphic equalizer that you can really fine tune it to your ear should you need to. So it's got the complete range covered for detectorists in my mind.
Yeah, I always say when you buy the new detector, just leave it in the stock program and get used to it before you start changing everything. Use it a little bit because I feel like the engineers did a good job on the programs and learn the detector a little bit before you start messing with it too much. Hey, Merle, why don't you take that questionnaire? You see that?
Let's see. Yes, I
Talk about
actually
Go
could.
Terrain.
So I know that you guys are used to me, and we have Philippe here who is like really taking one for the team. It's the middle of the night in France, so it's my time to just clap in support. So I've been answering questions in the chat. I put a link. Oh, I don't know if the link went through though. That's what it was. Yes, I
It may
tried
not.
to put a link to that. The links were disabled. That's what it was. But yes, on the XP channel. If you're not subscribed to it, please hit that subscribe button here and, of course, on the XP channel. And just do a search of Go Terrain, and there are some very thorough videos there.
And that Go Terrain is good.
if you want more information, if you have any question, Sylvain will be very, very pleased and happy to answer to your question on Go Terrain Facebook group. We have a Facebook group for this app. You can follow and subscribe to this group. It's an open group, and you can drop your question. And tomorrow, when it will be up, he will be very pleased to answer your question. Do not hesitate.
And that Go Terrain is really a very, very nice feature. And the thing that another thing that I like about the Deus 2, I think Phil likes the same thing. I know Phil loves to hunt in Beach P when he hunts the beach with his Deus 2. But if you're a relic hunter, even or a beach hunter, makes no difference. You've got the different screens that you can go to, like the XY screen. It's hard to fool the XY screen. So there's a lot of stuff for people to play with. And I tell you what, you can buy the Deus 2, and as the updates come, the Deus is the only product you'll ever need. It really is.
It is the best. Jim Zilla says, I find the 9-inch coil goes almost as deep as the 11-inch coil. And I would comment on that, but you're not covering the same amount of ground with that. I know it is a deep coil. I know you say the same thing, Jeff, that the 9-inch coil is extremely deep. I think the bigger coil would work for covering more ground.
Yeah, only. And that's true that the 11-inch can go a bit more deeper, but it's a question of half an inch, okay, regarding the target, of course, and the ground, but more or less half an inch more. That's it. But what you need to realize is that with the 9-inch, you can, because it's lighter, much lighter, you can go faster. And we are very attracted and focused on going fast on the field because you have limited time when you're on a station on the field or beach or whatever the terrain is. You have a limited time, and because you have something else to do, and you need to go fast to find the more as possible. So to reach that, you need light machine going fast, with a fast machine able to give you very quickly the right answer, the right localization to dig out on the right area the target you are looking for, and then also going elsewhere if you don't want to dig out the actual sound. So to get all of this, you need light, fast machine, FMF, and with a very rich audio, which is very reactive, give you the information, and then you decide. And it is to get all the three. And with the 9-inch, you have the lightest. For the moment, the HF2 won't be lighter, will be the same weight but smaller, and maybe more sharper or more sharp. Sorry, I don't know, sharper, I guess, and more accurate. But as I said, for specific areas. But 9-inch is definitely the call I use, except if I'm on a flat beach. for example, then I will use the 11-inch. If I'm on very flat field also, why not the 11? But the 11 is much heavier. Even if I'm tall and strong, I like to get something light and the lightest as possible because I want to go fast. And I already test the other machines from the other brands, and I never detect more than 30 minutes with another machine because they are too heavier for me.
Okay.
Too heavy, sorry.
All right. Looks
Okay,
like
we got a question.
Go ahead and grab it, Jeff.
Okay, it's from Metal Detecting with CZ Kid. With the salt sensitivity feature, is there detection depth loss the lower you set this setting?
I asked Sylvan that, and he gave me a great answer with that. I actually did a short. We didn't update, but it turned into a great conversation. I've learned a ton this year. It is just my brain is very happy with all of the answers that I got. As for that, I turned it not all the way down, but 70% down. I didn't see very much of a difference. And Sylvan, who's one of the geniuses at XP, said that in the lower numbers of the scale, because like salt and ground, you'll get a little bit, it'll get a little bit affected there. But in terms of, the numbers, even for gold on the VDI scale, not so much. But, salt sensitivity, that's, salt ground, if you hear it when you swing it, it'll mute it a bit if you lower that, but not necessarily the general sensitivity. General sensitivity is a little bit different.
Right. Yeah, but different areas. I think with salt sensitivity, what we find is if you're hunting in the water, like we do, then you have to lower the salt sensitivity. And it's different on the East Coast than it is the West Coast because the salinities of the water is different. Wet sand is a little different and all that. So there again, it's more customizable. So, you know what? I think we need to go ahead and do our giveaway tonight. What we're giving away tonight is Merrill's kicking in. He's kicking in some fantastic XP swag. And Phil is giving away pardon me?
Sorry, to show it. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, put it up anytime, Merrill. That is a Deus shirt, right?
Yep.
Looks like it.
Good. That is good. That's great shirts. I have one of those. And Phil's taking in a Myers swag pack, which may have a size each. And what was that other thing you had up there, Merrill? You're stretching something.
Oh, well, I mean, I wish we had a better, supermodel for this, but,
well, it is what it is. I'm going to pop this up here real quick. So just enter this. This is what you enter in the chat to be entered for the giveaway. And it'll be one winner. And for your shirt size, you'll send that in. And for the swag pack 2, which will include the coveted, worldwide coveted Myers Metal Detectors towel.
There you go.
That's going to be in the swag pack and probably a size each.
And whatever else Joe puts in there. Hey, and I want to remind folks, because we did have some people come in late, go to the XP Deus website and sign up for their newsletter, and you'll get the information when the new coils come out, the high-frequency coils. Because people keep asking.
A lot of questions.
Yes, they keep asking the same question. So,
well, they come in late and they don't know if it's been discussed yet. They need to learn. They need to get here on time.
Get here early. Yes,
that's right. Get here early, and then you'll find out everything. But as Felipe has said, the coils are coming. The HF coils for the Deus 2 are coming, and you'll have them by spring. So.
Jeff,
spring is a relative term.
Even before, normally.
Jeff,
if everything goes well, even before spring.
Yes.
Hey, I have to correct you, Jeff. His name is Felipe.
Felipe.
Felipe as if he was from Spain.
That's all right. Felipe. He'll answer. He answered me, so I'm good.
It's okay. It's okay because I'm half Spanish, so half French, half Spanish. So Felipe or Philippe.
Filippo Felipe. Okay, we got you then.
Okay, we knew that.
Perfect.
We knew that. I don't know how
Always.
we knew it, but we did. Let's see. We got a question. What's going to be the differences between the stock 9-inch and the HF9? It's going to be different frequencies. Is that not correct, Philippe?
Sorry?
Let's put it back. I don't know where
He
I
was
went.
asking the
Somebody
difference
gets quick
between
fingers here.
the 9-inch. Nobody's saying sizes, as far as I know. Difference between the high frequency coil and the regular coil, and Jeff said it's the frequencies that it goes to.
Yeah, and the shape also.
Yeah.
The shape
Yeah,
and the
so-
frequencies. And
Yeah.
with that, and since it's a high frequency coil, would that not mean it would be better for finding smaller gold objects?
Yeah, we hope so. We didn't make this kind of test yet because we don't have such terrain in France. But we have some areas on our headquarters to make some trial with some nuggets that we have. But it's nothing to compare with real tests on the field. So you guys in US will tell us if the elliptical coil HF2 will be very performant on gold nuggets. We guess yes, because we know that it will be good on mineralized soil. We guess yes, because it will be very good to get small targets, such like small nuggets from I don't know, 4 grams, this kind of things. Even smaller if it's on the shallow, but we will need confirmation from you guys in US or in
You get the
Australia,
information.
wherever where gold is easy to find. Not easy, but able to find.
Right. Yeah. And, for the frequencies, people are asking what frequency. Well, it has a frequency range, probably 3 to 4 frequencies in the high frequency coil. Am I not correct on that?
I cannot answer about that. It will be multi-frequency or mono-frequency. You will be able to choose, but I cannot talk about how much frequency and what is the range of the frequency. I know this answer, but I cannot talk about it.
I understand.
Can't
I
release the
understand.
information yet. And it looks like we had a question from Born Hunting. Will it shine in the Arizona desert? Of course, all Deus products will shine in the desert.
You betcha.
It's going to do an awesome job. We just know it.
Yep. So let's do a giveaway, Phil.
Let's do it.
All right. Everybody ready? Let me pop this up here. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Let's see who's going to be the lucky winner. And we have Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. You are the winner tonight.
Nice.
And you get the swag pack from XP and the swag pack from Myers Metal Detectors. So what you need to do, let me pop this up here. So the email, let me find it here. Okay, you send your name, address, and phone number, and your shirt size, please, to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com, and we will get it to the proper people, and they will get your prize out to you. And we want to thank Merrill very much for that. As always, we thank Phil for that. You're going to be happy with this prizes that you won tonight. So let's take some more questions here.
Absolutely. And I want to say to Florida Thunder Digging with Rob, if he comes in the shop, he'll get his swag back quicker. So
That's right.
I know Rob, and he's found some incredible finds over the years. One of them that he found was a gold watch fob, and I think it was Masonic. One of the coolest finds I've saw. So better than a gold coin, Jeff. And I've been looking for a long time for a gold coin.
You've been looking for a long time for a gold coin. You're not going to stop either. I know you.
No, I'm looking every day for sure. So how about you, Merle? You found a gold coin?
It's a loaded question. No.
How about you, Philippe?
Not yet, but it's a question of time. Patience is the best skill for detectorists.
Yeah,
That is true.
Gold ring, yes. Silver coins, yes. Ancient coin, you cannot imagine as American. Yes, of course, but and what I did in Greece a few months ago was incredible because my name is Philip. I was in the land of Philip, which is the father of Alexander the Great, and I found a coin from Alexander the Great. So it's a coin 23, 24th century old. So yes, it was a good trip, and we gave everything to the museum there. It was awesome trip. Yeah.
well, that's cool. Was it a silver coin?
No, it was bronze coin.
Bronze.
We found hundreds of bronze coin for this archaeology project, but inside the project we found silver also, dozens of silver coins from this field and few gold coins. But I wasn't the founder of the gold, just bronze and silver.
Oh,
But
that's
it was very very impressive and very good experience. Yeah.
so. I'm sure you took pictures of it, right?
Yeah. We took pictures, and but I've got everything in mind. Believe me.
Yeah. Hey, we're still asking about the small coil. Digging Buddy says, so the new small coil and the HF coil are one and the same? Or are we talking two different coils?
It's two different coils.
So
It's you're coming out with two different coils, a high frequency.
okay, yeah. No, only one, only the elliptical one. We will not make HF round as we did before. I think that's the question. No,
Yeah.
we will only make the elliptical one, and then we will focus on other projects. We have plenty of product to propose, to suggest to the market in the coming years, and we want to enhance, improve the range of product, our catalog, so people will enjoy whatever they want to do, whatever the terrain, whatever the level of the detector is, they will find a product for them inside the XP catalog in the coming years. So we want to enhance and improve the possibility. Even if the Deus 2 is already the most versatile metal detector, we will keep going on improving the Deus 2 accessory in the future.
All righty. And I see some questions here. Has anyone used the Extreme Hunter yet? Well, Merrill has used it. Why don't you just comment on that real quick, if you could, Merrill?
I couldn't believe it when I was in France. There was a plate that was buried 10 feet down, and it just sounded surface. And I was carrying it on my shoulder. So it gives you another dimension. Think in terms of, larger objects that are super deep. It gives you the possibility for that. And, you could go beyond that. Privies, that it's not just, that gets thrown down there. There's metal objects. And, I've known people who have used that like specifically to scout for that.
I will explain something because it's a tool that, for example, if you are 4 or 5 friends using the Deus 2, maybe you can buy the Extreme Hunter one piece for this for the group, and how to say that in English, loan it to each other from the group when it's needed, when you need it. I will give you an example, 2 examples where the Extreme Hunter will be the perfect tool. First example, you find the same type of coin in a history, for example, battlefield in US. Every year after year, after the plow, you find the same coin, the same kind of coins. There is a possibility that deeper than any VLF metal detector can find anything, there is something like a chest or port with a lot of coin inside, and the farmer with the plow come up, some coin come up year after year, and you find only some coin on the surface, on the shallow, okay? But there is a chest underground, something like 1 meter, 1.5 meters deep, and you cannot find it because it's too deep. With the experimenter, if you go to the field with on this specific area, maybe it's something like 10 yard by 10 yard area where you find this kind of coin, then you will, with accuracy, you will detect with the experimenter on this field, and with GoTerrain, you will be sure that you went above every single part of this field, and you will be sure that there is nothing big underground. That's the first possibility. Second possibility is par. You want to find something big, but in a trashy area. There is a lot of beer caps, a lot of aluminium, small parts, etc. The experimenter is not able to see small things, okay, small target. He cannot. He just see large target, bigger than 10 inches, more or less, 9 to 10 inches. He begins to see this kind of things, okay? So there is a lot of nails. It's ancient farm, for example. There is a lot of nails, a lot of beer caps, whatever. It's a trashy area, but there is something big underground. Maybe only 10 inches, but because of the pollution on the shallow, whatever the VLF you use, you cannot find the big target underground because the nails and all the trashy will hide the big target. Because the experimenter cannot see this pollution, you cannot see the small things, as I said, so you will see the big target and you will find it. That's a way to use the experimenter. And the last example, and I've got an example that will be on the magazine very soon now. You can find very big targets that you know where they are, more or less where, but not exactly. The history I've got in mind is that someone in Europe looking for aircraft engine when they crash, from the World War I, more World War II, of course. And when they crash on the ground, more or less because of testimonial, more or less where is the aircraft. But because sometime for 40, 50, 60, 70 years passed, then the nature covered the aircraft, and because of the crash, the engine went deep underground. So with the Extreme Hunter, you will be able to find such a big target like an aircraft engine up to 5 meters deep, 17 feet. So I know that there is a project like this. They found a Second War engine aircraft underground, and they found everything from the engine, and they even found, in the end, with the Deus 2 on the whole, the plate of the pilot. So they were able to give back all souvenir from the pilot to the family 70 years after he crashed underground just before the D-Day. To be honest, that's the story. So it's a tool to find this kind of things. Very big target when you have ideas where is the target, but you don't know exactly where. Secondary, in a trashy area, to find a big target, but hidden by the pollution, and you will never find it with another tool. Only the experimenter can help you. And the last one is you have an evidence that there is a treasure somewhere, but you cannot find it because it's cheap. And then the experimenter will give you the opportunity to find it.
Well, Philippe, I'm sorry, but and our hour is gone. So
Sorry?
I said our hour is gone. We have used up. It's now 8:01, so we got to skedaddle. So I want to thank you for being on here with us. Thank you, Merrill. Thank you,
My
Jeff.
pleasure.
And thank you, Jocelyn, for helping us. And we got to run because we're over an hour already. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Jeff.
All righty, Philip, thank you very much for staying up tonight. And there was a lot more questions. We need to get you back probably in the early summer, if you wouldn't mind. Merrill, I know you will be available. You always are available to anybody and everybody that has any questions. Merrill will be there to answer your question. I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't like that. And as far as
We appreciate
representing
Thank
a
you.
manufacturer, he's one of the best. He's
If
there.
if you want me before summer, I will be there.
Okay, very good. We're going to hold you to that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about the XP Deus tonight, how versatile it is, how fantastic it works, and hopefully you'll just go out and buy one. Phil has them in stock.
We got
Remember, Phil don't have it in stock. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
So, Felipe, thanks, Felipe. See, I can get it both times. Say, Merrill, thanks a bunch.
Enjoy this new year, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
We'll see you guys.
Thanks, everybody.